Good afternoon, good evening, early, late afternoon, early evening here. We broadcasting to you live, me and Queasel here from the Rock at the old original Garden of Eden. Broadcasting to you live from turn number 3 at the old Rocket Speedway where you can still smell that burning rubber coming off of that turn number 3. You smell it and you hear the engine, the sound of them engines as they accelerated coming through there. We loud and proud right here where we are. We are don't know where Marvin is. I've lost Marvin. He's somewhere. I don't know if he's in the state of Georgia, Alabama, Florida. Do not know, but I know he's not on. He had talked a little bit earlier about we're going to try to dial in and tune in, but who knows? Wherever he's at, there's a lot of excitement going on,
and a buffet
table going on, and I know he's surrounded by people that love him, and so that's the main thing. If Marvin's happy, we're happy.
That's right.
We'd love to have him on. We'd love to have him join us if he would, but if he's too busy and too occupied, and we're not important enough for him to join us, then so be it. We can live with that. We don't have any problem with that. It's not like we don't have any problem with some of y'all out there that might be tuned in that have an agenda against us, and we're just common people. Me and Queasel, we're just common people.
Queasel,
Charlie, we just common.
Ain't nothing special about it.
South Georgia rednecks, South Alabama rednecks. That's what we are. But some of you might have an agenda toward us, but simply because of our names. You may not even like the name Dirt Road Sports, and if you don't, then that's your problem. It bears no significance on us one way or the other. We don't care. So we let you live your life, but if you want to live your life the way you want to live it, that's fine with us. But don't try to make us celebrate how you live your life. But we're live tonight in all 57 states. Barack Hussein Obama said one time. That's how intelligent he was. We got 57 states, and if he said it, it's got to be the truth, Charlie. It's got to be. If the Mac Daddy said it, it's got to be the truth. But if you're tuned in tonight and you happen to be some of those people that voted for the Mac Daddy, Barack Hussein Obama, I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes of watching us, of dialing us in, and we're gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an option. I'm gonna give you an out that you could go do something else. But you're probably not gonna be happy. But still, that's not our problem. Our problem is simply to come here and to have conversations with each other, have conversations with the audience, report the news, report things that are happening. No big deal. But if you're not happy with us after watching us for about 5 hours, I tell you what you need to do. Tell you what you can do. Go book you a cruise on a Carnival cruise ship on the holiday of Juneteenth and entertain yourself, if you will.
And if
Charlie and Weasel and Floyd are not going to be on that ship at all.
No.
So there'll be a good way to avoid us, won't it? We won't be there.
No.
So you can stay away from us. Book you.
If Spirit Airlines was still in business, you could fly to your Carnival connection on Spirit Airlines and get the full experience of travel.
I went on one cruise in my life, and I promised the Lord then if he'd get me off that boat, he wouldn't have to worry about getting me off of nothing. Because let me ask you a question: a cruise ship, they won't allow you to fish off of it. First of all, they take a mighty big brim buster A long brim buster to have enough line to reach the water. Second thing is a boat that you can't fish on. What good is it?
It's not a boat.
It is not a. That's
It's not a
right.
boat.
If you
It's
can't
not a boat.
fish on it, I don't
It's
want
just a floating chunk of metal and fiberglass and chaos.
That's what
Basically, is what it is. I'm like you,
Now,
crazy. I went on we went in. We went on 2 cruises. First one we went on was chaperoning the graduating class of Miller County High School of 1983, and had some great
wow.
students. Had some great kids on there. Didn't have no problem, not one problem in the world with them. But then we went on later on one, and it was. Nadine wanted to do it, and she wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, so we loaded up. I think at Fort
That's
Lauderdale.
where we went. Fort Lauderdale.
Hooked on at Fort Lauderdale and went all down in there. But there was some weird dudes on that cruise there.
Yeah.
Now there was a bunch of there was some Europeans on there, European men on there. They were Russians or Ukrainians or Slovakians or somebody, and they got so drunk after the drunkest folks I ever seen in my life. And the men, they all of them had Speedo bathing suits on. And they were like 50, 40, and 50 years old. And they were, it was obvious. I'm not going to give you
They didn't need no speedo baby suit. They needed a slow motion baby suit.
they needed that. But here's one thing. If you're going to wear a Speedo, if you are a man and you're going to wear a Speedo bathing suit, you better be equipped with something other than a beanie weenie.
Yeah, you better take it.
So it's pretty obvious, what kind of equipment you got. But they didn't care. They didn't know about it.
No.
They was just they were the drunkest bunch of men I ever seen in my life. And
Well, we went on a cruise, but 5 years before we went on a cruise, we flew down to Jamaica for a vacation. They ain't never been on one. We went on vacation. We flew down there and we stayed at this place, and the normal people stayed on one side, and then you go down this street, and the normal people stayed on the right side, and on the left side was the naked people.
Uh-oh.
They come in and they had to wear clothes to get in there, and then when they get in there, they go over. They had to take their clothes off. They can't wear no clothes. It sit till nighttime come when they had to come eat supper, and they had to put. So I had to go over and see what was going on, and so we was over there for 4 days,
and you spent 3 days and a half over there.
I spent 4 days over there. I went over there 4 days. And I come back and I told the preacher, I said, you be proud of me. I said, I went over to that nudist naked beach for 4 days and I didn't lust the first time. It was the ugliest bunch of women I ever seen in my life. They was ugly.
They are. There's some ugly folks in this world. I mean, they are some ugly. And you'll see them on a cruise ship. Or at a nude beach. You'll see them where there's some ugly people.
And
men and women. They're
Yeah.
just as ugly as they can be.
My wife wanted to rent a bicycle, so we rented. Well, you didn't have to rent them. You know, so we had to ride all through the little thing. They had a fence around it, and they had armed guards out there around that fence to keep the everybody else out there. You had to ride in around in there. So we rode back through there. We cut down the little road, and we come by a tennis court, Floyd. Listen to this, Charlie. Now, I'm telling you, come by a tennis court, and they was 2 men out there playing tennis. And all they had on was a pair of tennis shoes and a smile.
Correct.
And they were playing tennis. I told her then it's time to go back to Georgia. I done seen all I want to see it. And we run up with a couple over there were from Alabama. I don't forgot what town they was in. And that fella asked me, he said, have you ever seen the likes in your life? I said, no, sir, and I don't never want to see it again. So
Never.
I'm just happy staying right here in the old original Garden of Eden.
Amen. Well, look here. I'm talking about cruise ships and everything. Isn't there a cruise ship somewhere down there that they got quarantined because folks are dying on it? What's that? It's got some kind of
hantavirus.
Hantavirus. That's what I thought. And I think Kabuki's on it. I think Kabuki's on it.
No.
I couldn't understand what he was saying, but basically he called me and told me, I'm on it. Yeah, down here. folks is passing out, dying, throwing up everywhere, all convulsulating and all that kind of stuff. They got some kind of virus, some kind of hoochie virus is what they call it. I said, he did some kind of hoochie doochie big virus. I don't know what it is, but he said they come to me and little Ben and asked us, did we want to get off that ship, the one that folks are dying on, and get on a Carnival cruise ship. He said, Said, I'm gonna take my changes like where I'm at right here. I ain't getting on no Carnival cruise ship. Said, you'll get killed over a chicken nugget on a Carnival cruise ship. If you don't get killed, you'll get your ass whooped.
And he is so right.
He's 100% right, man.
Yeah.
Please.
That's something I have no desire to do.
No.
Let's go to a commercial, Cody. Put us on there, baby. Let's go ahead and pay some bills here.
Yeah.
Throw them up, man. Throw one up. We got Marvin.
If you're all mixed up about the body that you're in, there's a man down south that'll change you from a rooster to a hen. They call him Castrating Carl because that's his trade. It won't take him long when he opens up his blade. He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny, and your daddy will never have to call you son. Castrating Carl, the man with the plan. He's from Bascom, where you don't have to ask him, are you a woman or a man? He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny, and your daddy will never have to call you son.
Our friend, Castrating Carl Crispin, down around the Panhandle of Florida. He's down there, I think, where all three states actually join up with one another. He may be pretty close to the third original Garden of Eden. First one is right here in Caldwell, Miller County. Second one's up in Baker County. And Carl may be the third down there. He's a suburb of the original Garden of Eden. Hope you got a rain today, Carl. We got a good rain here in town.
Yes,
I don't know how much y'all got. I don't know how many people got a good rain, but we got a good rain here. I got about 1 inch and 7 or 8 tenths right here at the old original Garden of Eden. Queasel, how much you get back the same thing?
I think I got about 1.5 inches. Yeah.
A little inch. Charlie, how much do you get?
Right at 2. Good rain.
That's good. Well, it was a blessing sent from above.
Yes, sir.
Only the good Lord can send it. I know there's been a lot of people praying for rain. We all been praying for rain. I've been praying for rain. I know Queasel and Charlie have. I know these farmers have been praying for rain, and it came. It came. You know, it's amazing how the good Lord he'll work things out. But the problem with us is we get antsy. We want instant gratification.
Yeah, we greedy.
We get greedy, and we want it now. We want all of it, and we want it now. But it don't work that way. That ain't the way life works. It don't work that way, and that ain't the right way the rain works. But He blessed us with the rain. It perked everything up. Everybody feels better. I felt so good this morning. I had to go down there to my physical therapy folks this morning at 9:30. They've been working me over. I got an old bad knee. And they've been working me over on it now. I mean, doing a great job. I feel so much better. Been 3 times, and they have really done a good job for me. But it's an alternative. I'm doing it as an alternative to surgery. I was going to one place. It was in Albany up there, and all them folks wanted to do was put me in a new knee. You're a candidate for knee replacement. I said, I can't have those. I got too much going on. I got too many irons in the fire. I can't have no knee replacement. They said, well, don't come back to see us no more. So there ain't nothing we can do for you. So I didn't go back to see them no more.
That's right.
I didn't go back. I went to a doctor in Dothan over there, and got hooked up with him. And he said, Floyd said, you ain't no candidate for knee surgery right now. He said, now later on you may be, but right now we're gonna treat this thing with medicine and with physical therapy. And I'm John Brown if it ain't working. So y'all, sometimes these doctors, they mean well. I know they mean well, but they
Oh,
got a bottom line. I think a lot of the thing they're looking at is that bottom line in that they. But I ain't. I don't want to be around no doctor that's knife happy,
Mm-mm.
if you will.
no, no.
I want to be around one that's going to do this. We're going to look at the options. What kind of options have we got there, Florida, to get you straightened back out and get you back on? But Quiz will tell you. He'll tell you about the knee. They tell you last year. Last year I had to call him. I was out right out here in the rock in my office out here. I had to call him to come get me. I couldn't get up. I couldn't walk to the house. He come. He said, "I'll be there in just a few minutes." He come here and about half toted me to the house. And he said, "I got a friend that's got a walker." Said, "You need a walker." He stayed with me. He stayed with me and got me straightened out. Got me situated. Got me straightened out. But that's what friends is
That's
for.
what we do.
That's what we do. Anybody, any of y'all out there that's listening to us, uh, all we are is friends. We having a conversation. Me and Queasel and Charlie's having a conversation, and when Marvin's here, we having a conversation with one another. And we'll do everything in the world that we can to help one another out, or anybody else that needs some help. And that's what we ought to all do as people. Go ahead, y'all.
Marvin's not here. I heard that he was going to be on some kind of special assignment 3 or 4 days. I guess he got you to preach for this coming Sunday morning at Flat Creek.
Well, it's Mother's Day, y'all. It
And
ain't
we were
Mother's Day.
discussing that earlier. Me and Floyd was.
Are you going? Are you going? Are you going to preach?
I hadn't heard. No. I don't have any. I don't have a message prepared. Charlie, Mother's Day. It's a preparation time. You got to sit down and you got to find your own space and your own time, and you really got to be inspired.
Hmm.
If you Mother's Day, Easter, and Christmas. Now that's your three big days at church, and
That's
I'm
right.
not. I'm not questioning the motives or anything. I'm not questioning Marvin. Marvin has good intentions. He
He does. He does.
well, but
I got. I got a.
Mother's Day,
I
Mother's
don't
Day,
understand it. I got a fella that just popped up down here watching by the name Bill J. Moody. Does that ring a bell with you, Floyd?
man, yeah, I remember Bill
Huh?
J. Booty on. Bill J. If Bill J. He's listening, I know he's listening. I'm from down here in Southwest Georgia. Bill J. down here in Colquitt, Georgia, Miller County, if you will, down here in extreme Southwest Georgia. And we could pick y'all up sometimes. Sometimes if the weather was bad, the weather was wrong, so we couldn't pick y'all up. But we would. I'm gonna tell you what we would actually do, Bill J. We would get in our automobile and we would drive north, like northwest, to find WBAM on the radio station, on the radio dial. It was what was it, 690 on the radio dial? Was that it?
Se-
796? What
Seven
was it?
forty. 740.
740 on the
740.
radio dial. It was a big bam, and they always signed off when they signed off, and now sign off with Dixie. And that was the days, man. I tell you what. But then that kind of kind of throws y'all to the wayside because then we got them cassettes, them not 8 track. We got the 8 track
Yeah.
tape player, and Bill J and WBAM kind of went to the wayside. But man, we talking about Billy Joe Royal. You talk about Lou Christian. You talk about Roy Orbison. You talk about Bobby Goldsboro. All them folks like that. They played it, and it was you. You made a lot of people happy, Bill J. You really did. You had a great voice.
Got a video or two I want to share. And I went to a little ceremony a couple of weeks back in Montgomery at the finest, the Renaissance up there. It was folks going into the Alabama Broadcaster Association Hall of Fame. And Bill J was one of them. In fact, Bill J was the only one that called his name out. The whole crowd stood up. Had a lot of folks that remembered his days in radio in Montgomery and Dothan and everything. So if you could play that first cut with Bill J. Moody.
I made it to the station I always wanted to work for. That station was WBAM, 50,000 watts. as powerful as any station in the nation. And I had a ball there because of the second week after I got hired, we had Connie Francis in one of those big bam super spectaculars at the Coliseum in Montgomery. And not only that, in my first experience in radio, I helped her manager get her off the stage when some rowdy guys went after her. I wound up getting her back to the car, and by golly, she gave me a little kiss on the cheek.
It wasn't a freeze frame on you, Cody? Freeze frame. But now Bill went into the Alabama Broadcast Association Hall of Fame. He told a couple of stories that I had video on. Did the other two videos run, Cody, or are they locking up too?
Believe me, that was hard. But anyway, we wound up next to the Coliseum after a sound check. He said, I need a little, sort of brush up a little bit before I go to the Coliseum for the big show. And I said, I'll take you to your motel just across the street. He jumps in the swimming pool.
That's good. Just come back.
He's got on his Miller cap,
having problems
his
with
Miller
that
shirt.
video. Having problems with that video. Marvin, I guess, sent it over the wrong way or whatever. But Bill J told one funny story. Floyd, you remember a fellow by the name of Tony Joe White?
Yes, sir. Folks that it, ain't it?
Bill J was helping with the Big Bam show, and Tony Joe White was on the lineup, and Bill carried him over to the motel where he was staying close to the Coliseum. He said he needed to freshen up for the concert. So with a shirt and a hat on and his breeches, he jumped in the swimming pool completely clothed. Got out of the swimming pool, shook off a little bit and said, I'm ready to go. And Bill J carried him back to the Coliseum where he got up and did his show. And I'm sure Poke Salad Annie was probably played that night.
Probably played several times that night. Hey, man, them old entertainers, they had a good time. You know, they used to have a good time. The entertainers, they were just regular people. Most of them were. They didn't have all this fame. They didn't have all this entourage around them and protecting them and all this kind of stuff. The tickets didn't cost $5,000 a ticket. You know, you could go pay. A poor man could go see them. A poor man could go enjoy the show. And that Big Bam show up there now, they'd have 20 people, headline people. I mean, people that had big hits, and all on that stage up there at that Coliseum in Montgomery, Alabama. I never did go. I wanted to go. I didn't never go. Didn't never have enough money to go. But I wanted to go. I heard about it. I listened to it. They'd advertise it. Man, if I could just go to that thing.
And a lot of memories there.
They went one time. They didn't went. She and her older sister went. They went up there. Billy Joe Royal was playing. Billy Joe Royal was up there, and they went.
I bet if Marvin had been around, he'd have went.
Marvin would have went.
Marvin would have been there.
Marvin
Every time.
He'd have been there.
We showed a poster here about a couple of years ago. I don't know if y'all remember it or not, but it was a poster of one of those Big Bam shows. And like Floyd said, it had 15, 20 big stars on it, and the admission price was $2. $2 to get in the show.
$2.
Yes, sir.
$2.
Cliff Ellis
you can't
played.
Get a pack of chewing gum for $2 at no concert.
No.
It cost you $2 to go to the toilet.
I wonder how much they're getting for tickets tonight in Albany for Alabama and Jamie Johnson.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. They didn't know they was up there.
I think they brave for playing that amphitheater up there in Albany, Georgia.
They better be. They better have them some. They'll be all right though. They'll be all right. Maybe folks will leave. There'll be enough folks there that like-minded people that'll maybe keep everything straight. It won't be. I don't think Maybe it won't be no bam bam going on up there. Let's hope it don't. All right, Cody, let's put us up.
Let's work it. Tell them about that attorney we got.
Yeah, put that attorney up there. It's time to
Cody.
Put him on.
Sometimes you need a lawyer in your corner who ain't scared to fight. He'll defend you, don't matter if you are wrong or right. He's a South Georgia redneck with a ponytail and a law degree. With Billy Schindler as your lawyer, you will always be found not guilty. Just look looking at Billy Shingler. Makes that DA weak, he'll mumble and fumble and be scared to speak. He'll shout, "Your Honor, I surrender, cause I know when I'm beat." Call Billy Shingler when the man has got them cuffs on tight. He'll fuss and cuss and slash and bun, shake his fist and holler, "I'm in your corner, let's fight, fight, fight."
Shingler Law, Donaldsonville, Georgia, 229-524-1225.
Shingler Law, he's our attorney. We got him on retainer. And all we got to do is pick up the phone and he'll tell us exactly what we need to know. But now he's going to send us a bill for doing it. But he knows what he's talking about. And I tell you something else. He knows his way around about it, anywhere you want to go, because he's been there.
He's been there.
Well,
And left a reminder from where he was that people could remember.
Do you know where he was last weekend, Floyd?
He was out of Seminole County.
He was at the Texas Motor Speedway, and you saw who won the race Sunday.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. See,
I rest my case.
Yeah. I sent him a picture, and he was in awe of the picture with us and Chase Elliott.
That's right.
But I told him the story, about how we inspired Chase Elliott to be, more aggressive on the racetrack, and what you got to do, Chase, to win these races, you got to put your pedal on the floor, and you got to turn to the left.
That's right.
That's how you win races.
And hang on.
And stay out of Bubba Wallace's way, whatever you do. Do not get nowhere close to Bubba Wallace. But there's three. I'm looking at our advertisement there for the lawyer there. There's three things in life you're gonna need. Three. You're gonna need you a lawyer.
Yep.
You're gonna need you a preacher.
Yep.
And you're gonna need you an undertaker.
That's right.
Sometimes all three
of them, you're gonna need them. I hope it ain't no time soon, but write it down in your book. Lloyd said this on this day, March the 7th, 2026, you're gonna need a preacher, you're gonna need a lawyer, and you're gonna need an undertaker. And all three of them charge about the same thing.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But
they charge whatever they think they can get away
right.
with. Charge you.
But we took the guesswork out of the lawyer. We done told you what lawyer to use.
That's right. You don't have to worry about that. It's right. Just put your block right there and put a check in it. Billy Schindler, attorney at law. But he gets around it. I don't blame him, man. A young man like that got a family, and his family goes with him. He's a family man. Everybody has a good time. Hey, let your money bring you happiness, Shannon. That's all I can say.
He said we the best advertisement he got. If he can keep us out of jail.
That's right. He can keep anybody out of jail.
He keep anybody out of jail. While ago, I was going to ask you a while ago. I was talking about the name Dirt Road Sports and all that. I'm wondering, you and Charlie, y'all more of know more about the world than I do, but you reckon is a dirt road in Martha's Vineyard?
That'd be a good question. That'd be some good research we need to do.
I don't know.
I just wonder if they even know what a dirt road is. I bet there ain't a dirt driveway in Martha's Vineyard. What you want to bet?
Ooh, no, they ain't no dirt, and they ain't no above ground swimming pool in Martha's Vineyard either.
You reckon they got any poke salad growing up there?
Poke salad? Go ahead with your poke salad story. I'm gonna tell you.
Cody, throw up the picture of the poke salad, and when you do, turn me around in the process. I was up at Gary Maddox's the other day, and we were up there in his pasture, and he's got a bunch of this that's come up all around the edge of the pasture. Explain what that is, Floyd.
That's poke salad, and it has medicinal purposes. My mama told me a story one time. My mama wasn't bad about telling stories. Daddy didn't tell everything. Mama wouldn't tell nothing. She was a rinse. She'd keep it close to the chest. She wouldn't divulge stuff. But Dad was telling the story. But anyway, she told us that it was funny to her, and it was funny to me when she told it. There wasn't nobody but me and her around when she told it. But Daddy might have been there. She wasn't gonna tell no story around a bunch of other folks. But they were this preacher. They used to have traveling preachers that come through. And back in the day, He had no automobile, and he traveled around church. What do you call a preacher like that travels, Queez? What they call him? What they call him?
Evangelist.
Well, he's an evangelist, but he was always there was another name for him.
Circuit preacher.
Circuit. That's him. He was on his
Yeah.
circuit. She said he was I think he was a holiness preacher. I think he was Pentecostal. Anyway, old folks back in them days, the hygiene wasn't up to snuff. It wasn't the hygiene wasn't nothing like it is now. They did not have no hot and cold running water. And they did not. The only soap they had, they had some potash lye soap. That's the only soap they had to take your hide off. They didn't have no Dove or no Pond's none of that stuff.
None of that skincare.
No, they didn't
That
have none.
skincare cream.
And what did that other they call it was the women they put all over their faces.
Oh,
Like palm molly.
that's what you soaked your fingernail. What was her name? Marge? Was it Marge? You remember? You go get your fingernails done, and she soaked it in.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't have none of that, but it's old circuit preacher. He's a pretty large man. Well, he fed everybody. Fed him. He didn't. He didn't have to provide nothing for himself. Folks would feed him all along the way there. But he preached. I think he was Pentecostal. He had the itch. Mom said he had the mad itch is what he had, and that's because of no hygiene. He scratch it. It didn't get worse about you scratch that stuff. The mad itch. I don't know if any of y'all probably none of y'all that's watching the show's old enough to have had the mad itch. You might have heard somebody talk about it. So a lot of y'all ain't heard the stuff I've heard in my life growing up. He had the mad itch. And he stayed with mom and daddy at their house. It's before I was born. They was staying. They didn't have no running water. They did have running water. Had a spigot in one room in there, cold water. That was the running water that they had in the house. They didn't have no hot water. Didn't have. But anyway, he had the mad itch, and Daddy's mama, grandma, had come over there and told me, and she was a very mild mannered woman. Anyway, she said, "Oh, preacher, he's scratching all down in his strand and everything." She said, "Preacher, I don't know what his name was." She said, "Preacher said if you could get somebody to crush up some poke salad berries, them purple berries that grow on that thing, and make you a dip out of it." He said he'll cure that bad itch. They got out there picture poke salad berries. Them blueberries, y'all see?
Yeah,
blue,
yeah.
purple, dark.
Yeah.
They look like
They
poison.
look almost like a blueberry.
Poison. He crushed them all up and had a tub, had a galvanized wash tub out there out there around behind the corn grill back there, so it wouldn't nobody see him back there. They got him some water. It wasn't no warm. They're not no warm water. They got the pump, overhead pump. He pumped him up, tub full of water, and got him some of them bears and crushed him up and put them in there. And he got to splashing that poke salad berries all over him. He said he went. She started out. He was cussing. He said, "Oh!" He was using the Lord's name in vain. Everything you could think. Them thing was eating him up in that mad itch. All that stuff. He scratched himself all up. He was out there. And she said then he went to testify. He went from cussing to testify. Asking the Lord to forgive him. Please forgive me, Lord. Lord have mercy. They were begging for mercy. But she said she ain't never heard no preacher go from cussing like a sailor to testifying and then begging for mercy. But she said them poke salad berries was eating him up. But I don't know if it cured him or not. But that's just man, I don't want. She told me she said you stay away from the poke salads and do not rub none of them things on your hand. Yeah, man. Don't worry, I ain't gonna do that. But you know, that was a medicinal thing. Maybe maybe Daddy got the blend too hot for him. You know, it might have been a little bit too strong. Gotta dial them berries down a little bit, kind of like drinking shine liquor. You know, you gotta pace yourself.
Yeah.
You know, something
Start
like
off mild.
you gotta start off. But he didn't do it. But anyway, that was one of them old stories. Who we got next week?
Well, we got to talk about the trivia question now.
Let's do
The
the trivia
trivia question from our good friends up at Southern Hissy Fits. So, Mr. Producer, if you'll go ahead and put that up there.
Put the question. Well, I tell you what, let's do. Let's go ahead and do the ad first, and then we'll put
All right,
the,
that's
do,
right.
we'll do the ad first.
Do the ad, Cody, please.
Hey, y'all looking for something cute, custom, and full of Southern charm? You've got to check out Southern Hissy Fits right on the square in Colquitt. From custom embroidery, personalized t-shirts, to stylish tumblers, unique gifts, soy candles, jewelry, custom wreath sashes, custom barred quilts, and boutique apparel, Southern Hissy Fits has a little bit of everything with a whole lot of personality. Need something custom for your business, team, or special occasion? They've got you covered with quality work and hometown service you can count on. Stop by and see them at 209 West College Street in Colquitt, or give them a call at 229-308-3360. And be sure to catch Trivia Time on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, sponsored proudly by Southern Hissy Fits. Southern Hissy Fits, where your style comes with a little Southern attitude.
Time for the trivia question tonight, and the trivia question is this: we're gonna determine, me and Queasel and Charlie gonna determine who the answer is, who comes the closest to it.
Yep.
To getting the answer right on the trivia question. And here's the picture for the trivia question, if you will. We need somebody out there. We need somebody out there. Yeah, look at this unit now.
Look at it. Look at it close.
Look at the unit. We need somebody to tell us what you think the cubic inch displacement is. The horsepower. Or is that a single or a dual quad intake? Whoever can get the closest to it, then we think you're gonna win a prize. I can't read that.
Play it again.
Yeah.
The cubic inch displacement,
Yep.
the horsepower, the dual or single quad configuration. Tell us all you can about that unit.
Yeah.
About the unit. And the next question is, if you are a man, do you think you could afford a unit like that?
That's 38. I can't read it.
I can't read.
Why did Marvin get
He got
such a little
spreader,
bitty
he can't
computer?
read nothing. Okay,
Why did he start that anyway?
I can't read it. It's impossible to read. It's 48
DD.
That's a displacement. That's a,
Yeah, but we don't know. Is that dual displacement?
Nah, you got to come on with some more.
Is that a 2-barrel carburetor?
36 double D displacement. Who is that? I have no idea. I can't read who your name is. This is the craziest thing I ever seen. If Marvin don't get a bigger thing, I'm gonna quit. If he don't get a bigger screen here, I'm gonna quit. I can't read nothing that's on there.
I can't. Let me get here close and see.
See if you can read it.
You need a magnifying glass to read it.
You can't read it.
You can't.
No.
It said Carl Griffin said with an extra set of high beam halogen headlights. Built for speed. Who said that? Micah? Is that Micah?
I can't read none of it.
We sorry, we can't read it. Marvin got a screen up here on his radio about big as the screen on a cell phone.
Yeah, you can't. It's smaller than that. Bigger than.
I'm trying to read mine off of this right here.
Now we can read
Hey,
it.
yeah.
I don't know who done something. Cody must have done work done.
Cody knows what he's doing. Marvin don't.
Bill for speed. Bill for speed. Hey, I'm gonna testify to that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
You better be speedy
yeah,
if you
you
get
better,
it.
yeah, you better have something in that speedo.
Ah,
Anybody
yes,
else
it-
got it? Yeah, you read Floyd run for president. I'm too honest to run for president.
I like them high beam headlights there,
Yeah,
castrating car talking about. Them were before halogen though. Yeah, he said it was halogen. That was before halogen. That was just straight candle power right there.
But anyway, that was the trivia question.
Yeah, ain't nobody really answered all the
Well,
questions
ain't
yet.
nobody answered the question.
Yeah.
They sure have. They've been playing around with it. They've been dabbling around on the side there with it, but ain't nobody answered the question yet.
Kind of lets you know what everybody looking at, don't you think?
Yeah, well, Carl has got it with the high beam halogen headlights. He getting pretty close. Those were the days. They were the airbags. 36 double D displacement. Good looking unit.
Came for that high maintenance. That's your cousin. That's your cousin.
You dang right. They got David Powell. That's a 48 double D. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to have a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna get that one.
I don't know who's gonna get that.
Ain't nobody answered everything just right.
I've watched you guys from day one. I'm sorry I've been gone
To new work hours.
Who is that?
Chris Vick for life.
Yeah, Chris Vick. I remember him.
Yeah,
I remember him from way back then.
Mm.
Anyway, we're gonna have to talk it over, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let the
time on
judges.
that. But anyway, at least we got y'all woke up. We woke y'all up, and y'all are joining in. Y'all are dialed in on us now.
That's right.
Dialed in.
Put it back like you had it, Cody.
Yeah, could put it back where we can see. We can't read that.
We
Cody.
can't read it. There you
Now
go.
we can read
Now
that.
you got it.
Yeah.
And if we still got this thing over here on our screen over here, this menu.
And we need you to take up. Maybe we need to get folks to help us. They do what's some things where you call in and put money on the account. You know what I'm talking about? They fund me, GoFundMe. We need to do a GoFundMe so Marvin can buy a bigger computer screen.
I ain't gonna get. Marvin got plenty of money. Marvin got more money than all three of us put together.
He probably does.
He does.
Yeah. No, he does.
Paying jobs.
I know it. I know it. Ain't no telling what he fit to rake in from the conclave he's at.
There ain't no difference out there. What did he say it was? Tybee Island?
Tybee Island.
Orange Crush. He got the Orange Crush.
I bet you he's bringing the message over there.
He bringing the message. I wonder if he took it over with him.
He's one of them circuit preachers. Ain't what you call him, Charlie? A circuit preacher.
Circuit preacher.
Marvin done got outside his circuit if he went all the way over there, though.
I would think so.
Marvin, he run far and wide.
Man, y'all gonna be surprised out there Sunday morning. Y'all gonna pull up out there to the creek. Y'all gonna pull up to the tabernacle, and you're gonna get out there, and y'all gonna be waiting. And all of a sudden, there's gonna be this big old helicopter coming in and land right there in the middle. And off steps Marvin. Gonna have his hair all slicked back. It won't budge. That helicopter blade won't budge a hair on his head. Marvin gonna get off that helicopter, come in there, and bring y'all a message like you ain't never
He does.
seen.
He do that. He bring a message.
Before now,
I really thought after Sunday morning service, and he laid out a good one. I just thought for sure with all the amens and the glories and other things that were said by yours truly and Floyd on the second row, he'd asked Floyd to do the sermon out there Sunday. I just knew it.
I ain't heard nothing from him. He don't want me and you.
No, he ain't gonna. He don't want y'all to work around that pulpit because y'all liable to beat him out of his job.
I'm not gonna do it anyway. I'm not gonna do it. That's Marvin's territory. He does a great job. I wouldn't invite y'all. I invite y'all to go. Police will invite y'all to come to his church. Me and Charlie invite y'all to come to our church.
I reckon it's just time for just a minute to be a little bit serious. Listen to me. If you got a mama and she's still alive, you go where she's at and go to church with your mama. There ain't nothing you can give her. No amount of money you could spend or nothing else to make your mama more happy than it would be for you to go to her church with her on Sunday morning.
Amen. It ain't gonna hurt a thing.
It ain't gonna hurt a thing.
If you look back in the history of the page of the Dirt Road Sports, 6 years ago today, there's a message from the Dirt Road Sports saying that we would not be on this week in honor of the death of my mother, who passed away 6 years ago today. So going
How
back to
about
what Queasel said, if you got your mama, you better be with her in the church house on Sunday morning and
that's
take
right.
her out to eat and do
That's right.
what you need to do. Because when they ain't there no more, it's a different story. Right, Floyd?
Right, Floyd. Weasel knows
And
too.
they ain't
Yes.
nobody gonna love you like your mama.
Ain't nobody
There you
gonna pay
go.
Nobody.
the play.
There you
Ain't
go.
nobody gonna pay the play. And what you need to do right now is you need to switch us off and go call your mama on the telephone and tell her
Just
that Mama, I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and plan that we're gonna pick you up and take you to church Sunday morning.
That's right.
I tell ain't nothing you could do or say or give her that would make her any more happier than that.
Exactly
And
right.
you don't you don't know you don't miss them till they ain't him. My mama been gone a long time, and I still miss my mama because I know that they somebody always did love me, and mamas. It takes a special person to be a mom. I was in a leadership. I think I told y'all this. I don't know where I did now, but I was in a leadership conference somewhere. Some big time man coming down talking about organization, the chain of command, and all that kind of stuff. And he made the statement that the most organized, uh, well leader, all that could multitask, could control any situation at any time. Nobody could handle it like a mama. He said, if you want to learn how to be a good leader, he said, you need to look at your mama and see how. And he went on and on and on about it. And you just think about it the way I think about. I think about my wife. I think about what she used to do. We had my oldest daughter was big sports, and she had to go to Moultrie 4 days a week with her. And then we had two little ones a year apart. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen her walk out the door with one in one basket, one in another, and pop them in the thing and go to Moultrie 65 miles, do homework, do everything on the way back up, and up the next morning at 6 o'clock, getting them ready to go to school again. It ain't no way I could have done that. No way. But my wife, she handled it just like it was just right on down. It, we don't realize
No,
what a mom
no.
is.
We don't give them enough credit.
We don't.
We do not give them enough credit. I know at my mama's funeral, the preacher preached my mama's funeral. He didn't know her. He was a new preacher at the church. He didn't know her. He didn't know. I said, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, now, you you got my mama's Bible. That'll tell you who she was, and got everything in there: pictures, letters, cards, everything in her Bible. Like, here's her Bible. I said, you know who she was. I said, I'm gonna tell you something about her you don't know. I said, the only reason I'm alive today is that my mama was staying up at night praying for me
Amen.
to get home safe.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell y'all one more mama
Mhm.
story. I'll quit about this. A good friend of mine, I grew up with him, a great friend of mine. His daddy died when he was about 14, 15 years old. And his mama was still living. I mean, she was a 100% bona fide Christian woman. She believed in prayer. And anyway, he was getting, he had got drafted, and he was at basic camp. He had gone through basic camp, and they was getting ready to get shipped out the next morning. And my friend's mama was staying with my friend's her daughter with my friend's sister and her husband. She was staying with them because she was a widow woman. She was living with them, actually living with them. And I heard the story from my friend. He said that his sister heard something in the house late at night, and they were going to be shipped out the next day. His battalion was. He said his sister heard something in the night, and she got up. His sister went in there and she looked in the living room in there, and it was the mama, and she was in there praying. She was on her knees praying, and my friend's sister said, "Mama, said, what's wrong? You okay?" She said, "Honey," said, "I'm okay. I'm okay." She said, "I something just told me to get up and pray for your brother, for my son.
How about that?
And the next morning they got their orders. Everybody in his company went to Vietnam and he went to South Korea.
How about that?
Wow.
So that's a
That's
mother's
the power of prayer.
prayer.
That's right.
A
Yes, sir.
mother's prayer. She said, the Lord just told motivated move. If you want to help somebody, if you really do, if you really love them and you really want to help somebody, get on your knees and pray for them. Pray for them.
Amen.
And you be whatever your belief is, you pray to the Lord through His Son Jesus Christ, and let me tell you, He'll hear you. But anyway, that's just one of them Mother's Day stories. You know, there's thousands of them out there,
Yes.
thousands of them, but we take them for granted.
You take the love of a mama and the power of prayer. There ain't nothing that won't move.
That's right.
Amen.
It won't. I tell you what, we better do. We better check off another.
Check another off there, Queasy.
All right, Cody. Let's talk. Folks might want to sell a cow. Let's tell them.
Looking to buy or sell quality cattle with folks you can trust? Head on over to Seminole Livestock Auction, located on Highway 91 North in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Every Monday at 12 noon, buyers and sellers come together for a fast-paced, dependable cattle sale you can count on. Whether you're moving a few head or managing a larger operation, Seminole Livestock Auction delivers a fair market value and a smooth professional experience every time. With years of experience and a reputation built on honesty and service, this is where the Wiregrass area does business. Have cattle to sell or questions about the market? Call Gerald Mock today at 229-524-2305 and let him take care of your cattle sales needs. Seminole Livestock Auction, Highway 91, Donaldsonville. Sell every Monday at noon. Be there.
Seminole Livestock Auction. If y'all got cattle to sell, call our good friend Gerald Mock over there. Sale every Monday, 12 o'clock, 12 noon time. Y'all get your cows in there. You'll get top dollar farm. And here's the thing about it. He's bonded through packers and stockyards. You'll get a good check when the auction's over with. You put it in your pocket. You can take it home with it. You can do whatever you want to do with it because it's your money. But you go see Mr. Gerald Mock at Seminole Livestock Auction Company there with your cattle. If you got cattle to sell, if you're looking for some cattle to buy, he'll help you find a herd of cattle. He'll help you find if you want some bred heifers, if you want some cow-calf pairs, if you want some yearlings, if you want some thin cows, whatever you want, he knows where the cows are. He'll help you find whatever you're looking for to improve your herd. But we're going to move right along. We're going to hit y'all with another one of our fine sponsors tonight, the people that we love, people that all of us have been to and enjoy their fine food, and it's going to be TK's Bar and Grill here in Colquitt, Georgia. If you've ever eaten there, you know how good it is.
Looking for great food, a welcoming atmosphere, and a place that just feels like home? Come on down to TK's Bar and Grill in Colquitt, Georgia, right there at 571 North Cuthbert Street. TK's is serving up fresh, flavorful meals that keep folks coming back again and again. Whether you're stopping in for a quick lunch or sitting down to unwind with friends over supper, you'll taste the difference in every bite. We're open Monday through Friday for lunch and Wednesday through Friday for supper. Call ahead and we'll have it ready for you at 229-254-7850. TK's Bar and Grill. Great food, great atmosphere, and a great experience right here in good old Colquitt.
All right, TK's Bar and Grill, a mighty fine place to go get you something good to eat. And I tell you something, we got another one of our fine sponsors on the line right here, Wayne Garney, KWG Plumbing, who is a master plumber in Georgia and in Alabama. He'll get you going. He'll get you fixed up. He knows what he's doing. He's industrial, commercial, and residential plumbing. And he's also a good family man, a big fisherman, and a hunter. Likes to spend time with his family, likes to spend time on the water, likes to catch fish, he likes to cook fish, he likes to cook meat. Got him on the line, Brother Kenny Wayne. How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. Doing good. Loud and clear. I got to make a comment on the trivia question if there's any way possible.
Go ahead. Come in on it.
Now, I don't know all the synonyms and the points to go with it, but all I can say is them's two bad to the bone units.
What do you call it? That's a dual quad intake.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
Yes,
they some bad to the bone units,
sir.
all I can say. That mechanic having a hard time, all I can say, paying attention.
Yeah, tell us something good, man. Tell us something about the fishing world out there.
Yes, sir. We've been laying it down on the fishing. We went Tuesday after work and Saturday after the rainstorm, and we ended up with a 48-quart ice chest full of cleaned catfish and brim, not with the heads and the guts, but they were already clean. So we done probably fed 25 people. I know 4 families that we've given the fish away to, and me and the fishermen has kept us a mess. And it's just the spirit of giving. Mother's Day coming up, and you got to give. Mama always taught me you got to give to receive. And it's the thought that counts.
Makes you feel good to give, don't it, Wayne? When you give a mess of fish, man, that's a good feeling.
Make you feel good. It don't get no better than that smile on the face. And some we gave. I'm gonna share a little news. Some I gave away today. I went to our local hardware store with Ace Hardware and Moore's Hardware. And after Danny helped me with my situation, I said, "Man, you want any fish?" He said, "Man, we having a family fish fry tonight. We going to buy some fish." I said, "Don't buy no fish." So here about an hour ago, he texted me a picture of about 8 smiling faces standing behind a fresh fish fry. And so I was, man, that done me so good. That's just so uplifting to help somebody and to see them cook them right then and go to eating. And I'm giving my neighbor, Nick Hare, I gave him a mess. They frying fish for his mama Sunday. So
good deal. That's what it's all about right there.
We catch them, and when we go, that's what I'll tell you, when we catch them, sometimes them old catfish so big, you got to have boat cutters. But we can't eat them all, and it's just the spirit of giving. I enjoy going fishing. I enjoy cleaning them. I enjoy eating them, and I get a better enjoyment out of giving them away.
Amen.
Cleaned. I ain't going to give you no fish that you got to clean. When I give them to you,
that's what I'm talking.
Amen. Now we talking about.
What kind of words of wisdom you got for us, Wayne?
Yes, sir. I'm going to leave y'all with a little Southern Baptist gospel and 2 Southern rock and rolls.
Okay.
And we live our life in chains, but we don't even know we got the key. The key is from God above. The victory is in Jesus. And Daddy always said, let your soul shine, because soul shine is blank better than rain. Let your soul shine.
That's right.
Amen, bro.
And, the rain is good. Praise the Lord for the rain. But, if you let your soul shine, we'll outdo and go and beyond, like you were saying about Miss Cindy going with those kids. And you don't know how she done it, but she done it. She was letting her soul shine.
That's right.
That's how she done it.
That's right, brother. You right.
And it comes from God above.
That's right.
And, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for my business. And I just appreciate y'all sharing the word and calling me on Thursday night. Y'all the highlight of my week.
Well, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate everything you do. We appreciate the example you set for doing and being a family man and doing things with your children and spending time with them, because that's time you won't never get back. You won't never regret it either.
Today, I don't know if the pictures is up, but today I got my 1980 Chevy back from the shop. And my kids have been driving around the farm. I've been shooting videos of them left
How about
and right.
that?
And it just don't get no better.
Don't get no better. All right, brother. It's good to talk to you. We appreciate you.
Over and out. And all the mothers, happy Mother's Day on Sunday.
Thank you, Wayne. Talk to you later.
Thank you, man.
All right, over and out. Good night.
All right.
Good to talk to you, buddy. Hey, I tell you what, we love our sponsors. They're good family people, and if we didn't believe in you, we wouldn't talk about you.
That's right.
We wouldn't give you time on our show, but we believe in you, and we appreciate all of our sponsors. We appreciate you sharing your business information with our fine viewers out there, and just keep it up. I'm looking at people here that just dialed in. I see Nancy Phillips Tab. That's Rojo's sister. Mm-hmm. She says she visits her mama every day. Amen, Danny Bell. We all do, honey. I've got I'm just looking at this. It's sitting on my desk. It's been on one of my tables in my room. And this is my mother, and I just want to show y'all. I want to show y'all this picture. And this is nothing planned or staged or anything. It's been sitting in there on this table the whole time I've had this office. But there is my mother. There's my mama, and she is holding a nest of kitty cats.
That's right.
That's her right there. Miss Clara Lily Clara Rents Kimball. She's been gone for 25 and a half years. I still love her, still think about it, and I know where she's at. And but she won't never be back on this earth, and I wouldn't want her back on this earth from where she is right now. But anyway, we've covered that deal about our Mother's Day, and I hope y'all do think we're not preaching to y'all or anything, but we're just telling y'all the truth. And if we ever get on this show and it ever gets to the point where we're not telling y'all the truth or we can't tell y'all the truth, we're gonna pull the plug on this deal right here.
Yep.
We are gonna pull the plug.
And we want y'all to call us on it. If you catch us not doing it, tell us.
Straighten us out.
We ain't perfect. We just try to tell things the way we see it. And here's the thing that blows my mind. The four of us, we know nothing about what we're gonna say, but we always wind up almost saying the same thing. I can't understand it. But that's the way we are. So.
Can I bring up something that I want our viewers to? We got a lot of folks out there that use that Chattahoochee River between me and you, south of Fort Gaines. And I want to challenge anybody that uses that river, especially those of you who go over there and get in that water and swim and ski in that water. You need to know about a news story coming out of Columbus, Georgia, Channel 9 WTVM. That story is they've indicted a fellow with a company there in Fort Gaines for illegally dumping raw sewage into that river over a period of 1.5 years.
Wow.
And I hope justice is served in that deal. The city of Fort Gaines has allowed so many gallons of treated sewage a day to go in that river. But this was being dumped, I'm going to guess, at night when nobody could possibly see what was going on. And it's been going on for 1.5 years, and dangerous levels of bacteria have been in that river. Hopefully,
and this was in Fort Gaines, Charlie?
In Fort Gaines, yes, sir. WTVM Channel 9 had the news story on it. It's on their website, and it's kind of a long read, but the fella's name is the same name of the company that's accused of doing this. I'm just guessing here. I don't think it's the city of Fort Gaines. They contract with someone to treat their wastewater. And whoever that is who has been indicted in this situation.
Wow. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, our KWG plumbing guy, I know he's fished up. He fishes all up down the Chattahoochee River, the Spring Creek, the Flint River, and everywhere else in the world. I know he fishes up in that area up in there. Yeah. Good Lord, how much
we do. I fish a lot, but thank goodness I fish just a little north of Fort Gaines. I ain't on the downhill side.
I'd be more concerned with folks that over the last 1.5 years might have got some kind of bacterial infection for swimming or skiing in that river.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that going on.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Charlie, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't know that. I really am. But
if you use the river, you look at it.
Yep. We need to pop up another sponsor. We've done a lot of talking tonight. Didn't do a heap of advertising, so we need to pop up another one. That our good friend at Sewega Meat, is Mama's Day coming up. Hey,
cook for her.
That's right. That's right.
In Southwest Georgia, quality still means something. At Sewega Meat Company, we're proud to bring you the best, from pasture to plate. Step inside our 11,100 square foot USDA inspected processing facility, where tradition meets precision and every cut is handled with care. Whether you need custom butchering, premium cuts for your table, or fresh, locally sourced specialty groceries, we've got you covered. 2 convenient locations to serve you: 1699 Highway 27 North in Colquitt, Georgia, and 17965 U.S. Highway 431 South in Headland, Alabama. Because around here, we don't just sell meat. We deliver quality you can trust and flavor you can taste. Call 229 758 8600 or visit SowegaMeatCompany.com. Sowega Meat Company, rooted in tradition, cut above the rest.
Good folks out there at Sowega Meat Company, get ready if you want to really treat your mama, because you can take her out to dinner. If you want to go treat her Saturday night, cook her a steak, cook her a smoked pork chop, cook her some ribs, cook your mama something to eat. Just surprise her one day and show up.
That's right.
And you ain't got to be no special occasion. Just surprise your mama. Feed her. Lord, you ring how many times she's fed you in her lifetime and never charged you a dime, never charged you a penny. Said, come on in, son. Y'all come on in and eat supper with me.
Man, you talking about eating. I got to tell y'all this. I've been arguing about where I wanted to say it now, because I want to talk about, the fellow I want to talk about is pretty modest about what he does. But this afternoon, Floyd called me, and he invited me to come over here and eat supper with him before the show tonight. Come over here. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Floyd needs a job on the Food Network. Let me tell you what I come over here and we had, listen to this, pan-seared salmon on a bed of yellow Chinese rice with peppers and onions and spice, and it was garnished with fresh grilled, sort of, I guess maybe seared green beans with garlic and all that sauce on them. And it was fitting to. I ate it so quick I wanted to go back and eat again.
It was all gone.
I didn't know Floyd could cook that good. I did not know he could cook like that, man. So
what
if
you
you
talking
got
about?
an occasion coming up and you need a chef, here's your man. Right here is your man.
Whether
Yes,
it's
sir.
grilled salmon or whether it's red beans and rice, the man knows what he's doing at the stove.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I love to cook. I learned to cook. I get, of course, I learned a lot from my wife, from Nadine. She could cook. Man, that woman could cook. I'll tell y'all a story about her briefly. We got married in 1972. In March of 1972, we lived in a 12 by 60 mobile mansion. Is what it was. And anyway, that Thanksgiving, Nadine cooked Thanksgiving dinner for me and her, my mom and daddy, and her mom and daddy. Now you talk about two women that could cook. My mama and her mama they could put the spread on, but she was brave enough, and we sat down and ate Thanksgiving dinner. She was 18 years old, and she fed my mom and daddy and her mom and daddy. Now it takes some courage to do that.
That's right.
But I learned a lot from her. I learned a lot from my mama and Karen's mama. I learned a lot from them. They were good cooks. I've been surrounded by good cooks. My aunts could cook. Man, what a blessing. What a blessing.
You're right.
We didn't eat out of no sack. We didn't go through no drive-in window and get that. We just got it off the stove or out of the oven, if you will.
That's it.
But anyway, we had good mom. We were blessed to have good mamas, all three of us. And Marvin, he still got his mother with him. He's blessed to have her, and he knows it. We all know it.
We worry about her though.
Yeah, we worried about her with Marvin.
With Marvin.
It's a challenge with Marvin. He's been that way for 50 some years.
But you know, she can handle Marvin. She can handle old Marvin. She can bring Marvin right on in line.
Queasley, you weren't there, but Floyd and I had an occasion not too long ago to break bread with them, and we found out after we broke the bread and was sitting around talking after the meal, Miss Diane can handle him. She can put him
reel him right on in.
Boom, just like that. Just like snap your finger.
He hit the mute button.
I don't know but one lady that can handle him better. And she the band director.
That's right.
And the song leader.
And the song leader. She get up that morning, she got a whistle around her neck. Like when she get that band ready to march, she'll blow that whistle and make Marvin stand at attention every morning to get it.
She got that wand, got that stick. Hey, who else we need to talk about?
We need to talk them blueberries. Let me tell you, before we do this, these blueberries, we talked to y'all about them last week. Let me tell you something. If you ain't bought none of these blueberries, you ain't had no blueberries. I've eaten blueberries my whole life. We grow them. We got bushes. but I ain't never ate none as good as these from LAE Farms. I'm telling you, they are. I think they the best blueberries I ever ate. What do y'all think?
Best ones I ever had.
Oh, what day did you pick them up, Floyd? Monday? Was a
What
week
was it?
ago.
Last
Last
Monday.
Monday, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got them from
It was
your
a week
house
ago. I
on
can't.
Tuesday. I got them from your house on Tuesday. I still
Yep.
got enough in a plastic bag in the refrigerator for 2 more bowls of cereal. I shared with a lot of folks. But those blueberries are still keeping fine in the refrigerator in a
Yes, sir.
plastic bag. If you buy them at the store, they might last you 24 hours and they start
That's
going
right.
bad.
That's
These
right.
Yeah.
are good, sweet, and the best I've ever had, period.
And here's the thing about it, that y'all not Tuesday of this week, Tuesday of last
That's what
week.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
They're still
last
in there.
week.
That's right. All right, Cody, tell them about LAE Farm.
The wait is over, and the 2026 blueberry season is finally here. We've been watching the fields daily, and we are officially ready to bring the harvest to you. The bushes are looking incredibly lush and green, and those blueberry clusters are absolutely beautiful. Our order form is officially live on Facebook. If you aren't on Facebook, please feel free to email us at laeberries@gmail.com with your order information. We are expecting a very busy year with a lot of orders to fill, so we want to thank you in advance for your patience as we work to get these out to you. Please feel free to share the ordering link with your friends and family, and when you get your boxes, be sure to look for the LAE label so you know you're getting the very best. We have pickup locations available at our farm office in Newton and a convenient pickup point in Albany. Once your order form is completed, one of our staff members will reach out with the specific pickup details as soon as your order is ready. If you're picking up at our farm office in Newton, be sure to check out our fresh local honey for sale. We also have a special gardening gift section set up for those looking for a little something for yourself or a special family or friend. Because really, who doesn't love a great garden gift? We are so excited to see everyone because we've said it before and we'll say it again. There is no berry like an LAE berry.
Look here, boys. Look here what I got.
There
Look
they
here.
are right there.
Now these are 10 days old in the refrigerator and still, look here, Floyd.
That's them. Ain't no better.
Mm,
And look at him, growing right up there in Baker County, Georgia, at the second original Garden of Eden.
That's right.
You
mm,
don't
mm,
get no
mm.
better. They local. They did not come in here from Mexico or Guatemala or China. Picked them fresh right there in Baker County, Georgia. Y'all go see them. LAE Farm. We got Queasel coming up now with a segment called Queasel's Q-Tips, where he always gives us some ideas about how to make your life safer, how to make your life easier, how to make your life more convenient. Just give you some good information on things that you need to do. So I'm going to turn it over to Queasel now with Queasel's Q-Tips.
I appreciate it there, Floyd. Q-Tips, the station. The station is sponsored, man. And I just want to take a second. Y'all might not know the station. That station right there is where I grew up. I grew up. That was my granddaddy had that as a service station, and then my daddy had it, and then I had it before we moved. And my first job was there, and my first job was filling up the cracker machine, the drink box, and the cigarette machine. That was before I was too old to do much work. And I graduated from that to cleaning bathrooms. And then I got that and I worked myself right on up to washing cars and right on up to learning how to do some stuff. But that station right there is special to me. And let me tell you something. You want some good breakfast, you go by there. You go by there. They got, I mean, good fresh breakfast every morning. But we're gonna play the ad here in just a minute. But the Q-tip for the day, I'm gonna go back kind of old school. But what I'm telling you is still applicable today. Way back yonder, people used, had there wasn't no a lot of places you could go and just get something to fix up with, and you couldn't buy these parts and that parts. You had to learn how to kindly take care of yourself. And I was telling Floyd tonight at supper one time, some of my fine extinguished classmates and myself went down to Panama City, and we got a busted radiator hose. And I was telling them the story about how we got back and all, and so I learned me a lesson from that. Let me tell you something you need to look in your, you always need to keep in your vehicle. You need to keep you a flashlight. And you need to keep that flashlight charged or fresh batteries in it where you can see. The next thing you need to do is you need to keep you a roll of electric tape. People say, well, duct tape too, but in some cases you need electric tape. And you need to get you a roll of wire. We used to use haywire. I don't care. And you can say, well, now that's old stuff. Duct tape and haywire fix anything. Let me tell you something. There ain't many things duct tape and electrical tape and haywire wouldn't fix. But it can get you out of a tie. I was in Panama City, Florida. We owned a Chevrolet Love pickup, and the top radiator hose busted. Couldn't find one nowhere in Panama City, so I bought some electrical tape. And I mean, it had a good bus in it. Now, we didn't halfway do it. It had a good bus in it. I taped it up, and the man at the service station, he said, son, you won't never make it home in that. He said, the pressure going to build up. I said, ain't going to have no pressure on it. He said, well, you can't leave the radiator cap off of it. All your antifreeze, your water run out. I said, I ain't going to leave it off. I'm just going to ain't tighten it up. Come all the way home to Panama City and drove it another week while we had to order the radiator hose, but it brought me home. I have wired up mufflers. I have wired up mirrors. I have wired up anything you could do. Those are the kind of things you need. Only difference, I'm going to update it. And with one little thing, I would recommend, and I didn't believe this until I saw it with my own eyes, they make these little bitty jump boxes about like this. I would tell you to keep a pair of jumper cables in your vehicle, but it ain't safe to jump a lot of cars off nowadays. It's dangerous. You could mess up the car, and you could mess you up too if you didn't know what you was doing. But they make these little jump boxes, and you can put them and you plug them in your cigarette lighter, or they don't have cigarette lighters anymore. They have power outlets.
Yeah, they have cigarette
power outlet, and it will charge it up, and it will jump your car off. You need to make sure you got that. Make sure that your kids have it. The tape, the wire, the flashlight, and the jump kit. That will keep you sometime from spending way more money than you want to spend calling somebody to get you, and it'll keep you from being beside the road at night. That's Queasel's Q-tip for the week.
That's a good one.
People say, always good to know. You can't ever be too safe. You know, it's you have to plan for the future. You have to plan for things that you don't really know is going to happen. It's like several years ago at our house. I had my carpenter here, and I said, man, I want you to put me up a handrail on my back steps going down to my patio. And he said, can't you get up and down your steps? I said, yeah, I get up and down. I'm fine now. I said, but there may come a day where I can't get up and down. Well, guess what? That day has come. That handrail right there. All I got to do is grab. Let me tell you, holding on to a handrail is way under more cool than laying down on your patio with a broke hip. A broke hip ain't cool. I don't care where you are. It's cool. But I hate running to grab that handrail and walk down it, hold on to it, and get on down safe and sound, if you will.
Cody, plug up J3 in the station. Let them tell them about the good things they got.
Mornings at the station start right on the square in Colquitt, Georgia. Open Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. It's your go-to spot for a fresh, hot breakfast and a friendly face to start your day. Then when the day rolls on, head on down to Bainbridge and follow the smoke to J3 Barbecue, where it's more than just a meal. It's the art of turning strangers into friends by treating them like family. At J3, you'll find slow-cooked barbecue done right, homemade ice cream, and serious flavor in every bite. Family-owned, with a true family atmosphere, where every guest is welcome like one of their own. Dine in, carry out, or let J3 handle your catering. because great food brings people together. So, start your morning at the station in Colquitt and end your day at J3 Barbecue in Bainbridge. Good food, good people. 2 stops, 1 unforgettable experience. The station and J3 Barbecue are the proud sponsor of Q-Tips with Queasel.
Put Quizzle.
Yeah, we're gonna have to teach Marvin how to spell.
Anyway, we're gonna change that ad, y'all. First of all, we're gonna do is we're gonna get somebody that can talk to where people like me can understand.
Yeah.
I apologize to you, Jenkins, for that. I'm gonna tell you who had nothing to do with that. Floyd, Queasel,
And Charlie.
had nothing to do with that ad.
Amen. Yes.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna get that thing straightened up for y'all.
Y'all know where we're at tonight. Tonight we what we all been waiting on. We've been waiting to see where Floyd is going to take us tonight. You know, we call it Floyd's frolicking, and there's no telling where he's liable to frolic us most anywhere. There's no telling. But I do have a little bit of where he's might be going, and I'm gonna tell you something. His buddy at Berry Hill Auctioneers, let me tell you something. He believes in Floyd. He knows Floyd. He knows everything Floyd's gonna tell you is gonna be the truth. So he is happy to put his name with Floyd and Floyd's frolicking. So I'm scared to tell y'all where we're gonna wind up. So I'm just gonna turn it over to Floyd and let him do it.
And yeah, it's always a pleasure to come on tonight. You have to put some thought process into what you're gonna say or what because it's an impact. You impact people's lives, but it's nothing but the truth. I've never told y'all anything that was not the 100% truth. Now I might not have presented it in a way that some of you would have presented it, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
So this is what it is tonight. This is a tale of 2 states, if you will. A tale of 2 states, California and Florida. Governor Gavin Newsom, Democrat of the state of California, was walking in the woods for a photo op when a coyote jumped out of the bushes and bit him on the arm. Governor Newsom would not let his bodyguard shoot the coyote because it might offend his Democrat voters, so the coyote ran off into the woods. So Governor Newsom ordered 3 helicopters, 20 sheriff's deputies, and 2 veterinarians to find and capture the coyote at a cost of $65,000 to the California taxpayers. The governor then was airlifted by helicopter to the emergency room for the emergency treatment of the coyote bite and was treated by 2 medical doctors, 4 nurse practitioners, 2 physician assistants, 4 RNs, and was delivered there by a licensed helicopter pilot to the emergency room at a cost of $47,500 to the California taxpayers. Governor Newsom was not happy with the wound care he received at the ER, so he ordered a plastic surgeon to be flown in from Switzerland to patch him up at a cost of $92,000 to the California taxpayers. Because a person as a glamorous man like himself, Governor Newsom, cannot have any visible scars. The 20 deputies, 4 helicopters, and 2 veterinarians found the coyote that bit the governor and relocated him. Governor Newsom then ordered a study and a report to be completed as to why a coyote would attack an environmental liberal crusader at a cost of $100,000 to the California taxpayer. Peter sues California for $1 million. for taking the coyote from his habitat and transferring him to a strange environment, causing undue stress to the coyote. And the Democrat legislature and the Democrat governor of California, they settled for $2 million because he wanted to prove to the world that Californians are sensitive, caring, compassionate people. Total cost for the coyote biting the governor of California to the taxpayers of California, $2,304,500.
California.
California. Let's move on to Florida.
California.
Here's Florida. Florida has a surplus of money. You know, California is broke. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was walking in the woods inspecting a recent road paving project when a coyote jumped out of the woods and lunged toward Governor DeSantis. The governor immediately unholstered a 9mm Glock 17 and fired one hollow point bullet that cost 50 cents into the coyote, killing him instantly. He then throws the coyote into a drainage canal whereby a 12-foot alligator immediately consumed the coyote. Total cost to the Florida taxpayers of 50 cents for the bullet. So the question is this: do you want a liberal Democrat spending your tax dollars, or do you want a conservative Republican spending your tax dollars? I'll leave it up to you.
Case closed.
Oh, Lord.
Man, have mercy.
All right, Cody, put the weather up. Let's see how close Charlie can get to it. Let's see.
Here we go. Weather time on the program, folks. I'm gonna throw something at Floyd. Floyd, in real life, is an appraiser. He's an auctioneer. He's retired from that, but he appraises land, equipment, livestock. He can appraise anything. I'm going to ask you, what's your appraisal on the rain that fell in the last 7 days in our region?
Oh man, there's millions upon millions of dollars would be the value of it, Charlie.
And here's the good news, Floyd. We're getting more. Look at tomorrow.
Amen.
Tomorrow's going to be a day where the clouds will be increasing. We don't have a big chance of rain, but tomorrow night, I can tell you about a 50% chance of rain when you get to 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And then look at Saturday. Another rainy day, 90% probability. Temperatures up around 77 degrees. A little cool off first part of the week. Rain continuing on Sunday and into Monday, anywhere from a 30 to 50% chance of rain on Monday before we finally clear out on Tuesday. But thank you, good Lord, for that fine rain coming our way. A little cooler temperatures on the way, too. As you can see, 61 tonight. It was, I think, 70 degrees this morning when I got up and the thunderstorm was going on. 56 by Monday night, Tuesday morning. So get ready for a little cooler air, more rain for the weekend and for Monday, and we clear out. And we want to thank the folks at Kelly Crop Insurance Company. They're in Colquitt, Georgia, who help us each week on the program and help scores of folks involved in agriculture, farmers right here in our area. We want to thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. Appreciate you. Had a good time tonight. Miss Marvin, we really don't know. There's really no way of knowing how many times he stopped between here and his destination, how many different types of food was purchased on the way. I know everywhere there was a Slurpee fountain, he was there. And maybe by midnight or so, he'll make, where'd y'all say he was going? State where?
Tybee Island.
Tybee Island. I think Tybee Island.
Maybe midnight, a little bit after he'll make, because he didn't have time to check in with us. We love him. We love y'all. And want to thank y'all for watching. Pray for our nation. Pray for our country, our president, the leaders in Washington. They got a lot on their shoulders. and a lot of folks trying to gun them down any way you want to look at it. So be in prayer for that. Quays was yours.
Thank you, Charlie. Hey, thank y'all for watching us tonight. We appreciate it. We did miss old Marvin. We love to pick at him, but listen, we can pick at him. Nobody else can pick at him. We love him, and we miss him when he ain't here. He kind of the glue that holds everything together. But I want to thank Cody. Cody's
Yes, sir.
old Cody Hamilton. He's producing us tonight, and he is. We'd be lost without Cody. Little behind the scenes story on him. He puts most of this stuff we do, the technical stuff. Then Marvin takes the credit for Cody's the one who put it together. So I mean, just so you know the truth in there. Cody, thank you, buddy. We do appreciate you. Thank y'all for letting us come into the show with y'all. We really enjoyed it. Spend a little time with you, and you mamas out there, it's Mother's Day weekend. Thank y'all for what y'all do, and um, we appreciate everything that y'all do. If you see a veteran, if you see a active duty service member, police officer, sheriff, deputy, investigative service, a trooper, paramedic, EMT, firefighter, anybody in the line of public safety that runs into what we run away from, anybody that goes to somebody else's dirt to protect them from coming to our dirt. Thank y'all for what you do. We appreciate it. And on Mama's Day, I want to just wish my wife, the mama of my children, a happy Mother's Day. And I wish that I could be half the daddy that you are, Mama. I love you and I appreciate what you've done. Floyd?
Amen, man. Yeah, this is all about mothers. Her days coming up. It needs to be 365 days out of the year. It needs to be mothers.
Yeah.
Amen. You got a mother, you thank the good Lord up above that you got a mother, and you call her and tell her that you love her. And if there's any way possible that you can do it, if you can get to her, and if she wants to go to church with you, y'all go to church Sunday morning. Listen, we enjoy being with y'all. We've had a great time tonight. We hope y'all will join us next week. I hope we get some more rain next week. It wouldn't bother me none if the creek was flooded next week. If it was what is that Marvin says? If the creek don't
rise, well, let's let it rise.
Let it rise.
I'll be happy. So anyway, happy for the rain. Thank you, dear Lord, for the rain. Thank you, dear Lord, for these people that watch us. Thank you for our friends. Thank you for where we live. Thank you for this great country we live in. And thank you, dear God, for mothers. If it wasn't for mothers, there wouldn't none of us be here. Good night, y'all.
Amen.
We appreciate y'all tuning in with us. We'll see y'all next week. And remember this, no matter what you do in life, whatever you do in life, always, always be particular.
See y'all.
Good night.